Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game the Game Show. I am the Game Master Bruce. You are in my basement, and we are about to play 3 games from my collection with some lucky contestants. One winner from each game will make it to the end of the show, to the winner's circle, but we'll get there in a couple of minutes. One thing I'm going to note to everyone playing and everyone watching, my basement, my rules. I've changed some of the rules of the games. I'll explain them to you, but please, if you're out there on Twitter following us at BG the Game Show, don't tell me I got the rules wrong. I know they're my rules. But right now, I want to introduce the hands behind the action, our DJ. Let me bring up Rocky. There we go, hands. And a good look at our first game. Oh, there's thumbs, there's fingers everywhere. We'll be back in just a second. Let me bring in our first contestants for the game. Game number 1, let me bring in Brian. And let me bring in Jared. Let's bring everybody here. How are you doing today, guys?
Doing pretty good.
I'm doing great.
That's fantastic. Brian, where are you coming to us from?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Beautiful Baltimore, Maryland. I say, because this is episode 0, as if I don't know, because you're like 100 feet away.
It's maybe 200.
It's maybe 200 feet away. One question we want to ask every time on the show, Brian, what's your favorite game?
Probably Telestrations.
Who doesn't love Telestrations? Fools, Brian. That's who doesn't love Telestrations. And let's talk to your opponent. Jared, where are you coming to us from?
I'm coming about 2 miles away from Stephen King's house, good old Bangor, Maine.
Nice, beautiful Bangor, Maine, home of all those balloons and clowns.
Yeah, you turn the corner, bam, clown. Turn the next corner, bam, scarier clown. Turn the corner, not so scary clown. You never know what you're going to get.
I like the third one. If I can get to the not so scary clown, that feels good. So, Jared, ask everybody here, what's your favorite game?
My favorite game right now is Worldwide Wrestling, the RPG.
Nice. I want to get into it. I love it. It's very cool. If you're out there and you positively want to run your own wrestling federation, Worldwide Wrestling is a fantastic game to try, and that is why I want to try it. But we have a completely different game to talk about here. Let me put up the banner so you can see. We are going to be playing Shopping Time. So this game is from a gentleman by the name of Daryl Andrews. You may know him from Sagrada, but I know him from a game that feels very much like a TV game show I don't want to talk about. It's from the fine folks at Mercury Games. Gentlemen, here's what's going to happen. Essentially, you are a time traveler, but you have a very specific area in which you can time travel, and that is to supermarkets, grocery stores, and local sporting goods stores. You're going to grab those items from all of time to try to match a target financial goal. You're going to have a cash goal you need to meet. You're going to grab items from all over time to do it, and the closest to get to the item value without going over wins the game. Does it make sense so far? Beyond that, I started with, you are a time traveler and you can only get stuff.
That's all I need to hear.
Yep.
Very good. Well, let's bring the board up. Let's go over to Rocky over in the arena. There's our board. Hey, here's how it's going to work. There are 4 stacks of cards. Those cards represent items from all of time. Starting with Jared. Jared, you're going to pick an item. Then Brian, you're going to pick 2. It's going to be just like a draft. If you've ever watched the NBA draft or any other draft, or, I know my crowd, Magic draft, any draft. It's going to go Jared, then Brian's going to pick 2, then Jared. You're each going to end up with 7 items.
Okay.
Once that's done, you're going to see your target number again, and you're going to decide which of those 7 items you want to do to get as close to that target item as possible. So remember, get your 7 items, but you're not obligated to use all of them. You must use 3. You can use as many as all of them. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Marginally.
Very good. Everybody out there, guys, gals, non-binary pals, let's jump into the game. Here are your first 4 items. Oh, I began. Rocky is reminding me, let's give you the dollar amount for this round. That seems like it'd be real important. $8.75. As close to $8.75 as possible without going over. Okay. Your opening items, Jared, you have a studio photo package from 1964, 3 photos. A cigarette lighter from 1948. That's sure a thing you could pick up. A real stylish bandana from 2015. And finally, a 3-inch cookie cutter from 2016. Jared, which of those items would you like to add to your squad to get to $8.75?
I'm going to have to start with the cookie squad and go with those cookie cutters, please.
You got it. The cookie cutter goes to Jared. We've now brought in a motorized grinder. Hey, do you need to grind it? Do you need to grind it with a motor? Here it is from 1933. Brian, you get two choices. You'll get the first one. That'll bring a new item in.
I'm going to take the lighter.
Okay, he's taking the lighter from 1948. That brings in, Rocky, a coffee cake, 11 ounces of coffee cake from 2004. Brian, you get to pick your second item.
Go with this bandana for my second one.
The bandana for his second item. And now we're going to move over to you, Jared. Additionally, you now have available a 32-ounce bottle of hydrogen peroxide from 1992, or as we like to call it, the biggin. Which one will you be taking, Jared?
Oh man, I'm gonna keep that cookie squad going and go with those coffee cakes.
Get the coffee cake. Give it to Jared. Put the cake in the box. Jared, additionally, you've been given potentially a 1951 basketball. Hey, did you know basketball was going on back then? Yeah, you could buy one. Jared, which would you like to take as your next pick?
You know what? I take that as a challenge. I'm buying the basketball.
Jared takes the basketball, wants Space Jam from as far back as possible. Brian, it now jumps over to you. Look, it's beefsteaks. That's what they used to call me when I danced. Beefsteaks. From 1975, 1 pound of beefsteaks. Brian, what would you like to take for your third card?
I can't pass up a good steak. I'm going to go with the steaks.
Oh, please give Brian the steaks, Rocky. And that opens up, oh my goodness, if we had a bing, bing, bing sound, it would come up now. A board game from 1950, you know, a time when they respected board games. Brian, what will you be taking as your fourth item?
It's pandering right to me. Give me the board game.
I know. Give him the board game. The Cookie Squad does not get it. Oh, we opened up some cheese. That is a whole wheel of cheese, which apparently back in 1953 was 2 pounds of cheese. Jared, what would you like to take?
It's a lot of cheese.
It's a lot of cheese. But,
you know, I'm starting to get full, so I'm going to go with the hydrogen peroxide.
The Cookie Squad wants to make sure that everything is nice and clean, but you've opened up some pork sausage, a pound of festive pork sausage from the year 2000. Ooh. Jared, next pick is yours to get your fifth card of 7.
I really want to go with that, but I need to diversify. You know what? I want to go with that studio photo package. The studio photo package has been there since the beginning. A late round pick to Jared. We're going to move over to Brian. Our next item is Disposable Razors. It's Doc's Disposable Razors. They don't exist anymore, but they did in 1978. 5-razor package for you, Brian. What would you like to take?
I'm going to go with the motorized grinder.
The motorized grinder. It's so motory. It's so grindy. Next, from 1941, a dinnerware set. Would you like to eat some of that food Jared took? Well, you probably need plates. Brian, what would you like to take?
Jared's not going to be able to eat on those plates because I'm taking them.
Brian takes the plates in a brutal move. We're going to move back to you, Jared. These will be your final 2 picks. Next, we have some beautiful seat covers from 1937. 2 pieces, which is strange because everything was a bench seat. Jared, what are you taking?
You know what? After all that food, my face is getting itchy. I'm going to need those disposable razors, please.
Jared would like the disposable razors. Jared, this is your final pick. And it looks like we have some skin moisturizer. 4-ounce tube of skin moisturizer from 1986. I believe statistically a point where as a country, we had the smoothest skin.
You know, I probably should use that on my face, but instead I'm going to use the pork sausage on my face, please.
Oh, he's going to use the pork sausage on his face. And now, Brian's final pick, you have, it doesn't get more game show than this. A 1 pound can of light chunk tuna from 1980. A much bigger can than you'd get on a normal game show, but we're not a normal game show. So, Brian, what would you like to take with your final pick? I'm
going to go with that extra helping of tuna right there.
Brian's going to take the extra helping of tuna, and what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to jump here. Here's what's going to happen, gentlemen. We're setting the table up for the final part of the game. Remember, the number you need to hit is, and Rocky, correct me if I'm wrong, $8.75. Here's what's going to happen. Jared, when we come to the game, you're going to see the 7 cards that you selected during the first part of the game. You must pick at least 3. You can pick as many as 7, and we're going to scan them into the system. Brian, you will go after Jared. You will not see Jared's score, so don't worry about that. The app does an amazing job on this, so if you're out there and you're thinking, I'd like to play a pricing game, it has an app. The app is super cool, and it makes it so you can't memorize the prices. So now we're going to jump back over to the arena. Rocky, are we set up there? There we go. We're set up with the check stand. Let's show Jared his 7 items. You have the pork sausage, the disposable razors, the studio photo package, the hydrogen peroxide, the basketball, the coffee cake, and the cookie cutter. Which of those items would you like? Rocky, I was going to say, do me a favor, just fan them so we can see them all. Thank you so much, Rocky. Everybody, if you're out there in TV land, give her a round of applause. Jared, which ones would you like to use?
I would like to use the disposable razors.
The disposable razors?
I'd like to use the cookie cutter.
The cookie cutter. That's what we named the team after. It was Team Cookie.
And, oh, man, I got to go with the basketball.
Okay, and he's going with the basketball. Are those your only 3 items you want to use?
That's it.
Okay, Jared, Tiger, as they call him on the screen. Let's scan those in. Thank you, Rocky. Rocky's taking the time now to scan each item. If you take a look, it has to get the light. It sometimes has a problem with that. We are attempting now to get it to line up. It lined up so perfect earlier. There we go. Oh, my God. I thought we had it. There we go. The basketball is in. 2 more items you're going for. Second item. Hopefully this one will be easy. I would say just lay it down and see if it gets it. It does not. It does not want to do that. Okay. Oh, there we go. The cookie cutter is in. This is what makes amazing YouTube, folks. And the third item, the razors. Get in there, razors.
Come on, I need to shave that face.
I know. We do need to shave that face. If we can just get those razors. There we go. And your razors are in there. Those are your 3 items. So we're going to check out for Jared. And we're going to move on to Brian, or as we decide to call you in the game, Rumble. I didn't make that up. The app does. Let's take a look at the items that Brian has available. You have the chunk light tuna, a whole pound of it. Do you need to lift weights? Grab that tuna. Dinnerware set. The motorized grinder for all your motorized grinding needs. A board game from 1950. Beefsteaks, a pound of those. Stylish bandana, just look at it. And a cigarette lighter from 1948. Brian, you have to use 3 items. You can use as many as all of them. How many would you like?
Going to go with the bandana.
Brian would like the bandana. Oh. So the bandana's off to the side.
The tuna.
The tuna. A pound of tuna and a bandana. You are a man with a plan.
I got to include the board game.
He has to include the board game. Pander to the audience that may or may not be watching. Are you taking any more items, or are you done?
I'm going to put, let's put the motorized grinder in too.
The motorized grinder goes in. I was kind of hoping for the beefsteak so I could chant surf and turf.
I mean,
is that all the items you're going with?
Let's throw the beefsteaks in too. Let's see what happens.
Remember, I don't want to push you, but it's closest without going over.
I know.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Was a good year for beef prices.
Okay. Your dinnerware set and your cigarette lighter, are you ditching those?
Yeah, I'm not taking those.
Okay, Rocky, let's get these scanned in so we can figure out who the winner of this is. Remember, it's the closest without going over 875. In just a moment, once all these scan in, and I assure you, they scanned in earlier just like a champ. We tested a bunch of them, and it was wonderful. But I'll tell you at home, if you're playing the game, just move the cards around like we are. It's not that big a deal. So in a moment, you're going to see the 2 scores on the screen. They're going to tell you if you went closest without going over or not. If you are the closest without going over, you will make the winner's circle at the end of the show, and it's just going to be a real thing, I promise you. Remember, if you make it to the finals, you would normally win a fabulous prize, but tonight you will not because we do not have sponsors. But if you're out there and you'd like to sponsor the show, contact me at boardgamethegameshow@gmail.com. Still trying to get items in there over at the arena. It did work earlier. Oh my goodness. Do whatever you need to. I wish they could be keyed in. I understand it should be refocusing. And it has decided, no, I'm not going to refocus for you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull away. I get it. This is what happens. You shouldn't work with children. You shouldn't work with animals. You shouldn't work with technology. But we have an amazing amount of technology here on Board Game, the game show. This is what editing's for. There we go. 3 of them in. Just 2 more to go. There we go.
That's it.
Don't move it around. Bam! Now it knows what it's doing. Does it? No, it doesn't know what it's. I thought it knew what it was.
It
There we
tried.
go.
There you go.
And we're back. We have all of the items in. We're about to find out in just a moment. Brian, Jared, good luck. Rocky, show us the final totals. Jared, 891. Brian, 1572. Since everybody went over, I have to go with the closest. So, Jared, you'll be making it to the battle at the end of the show. Jared, you'll be making it to the winner's circle. We'll see you at the end of the show. And we'll be back in just a moment with our next game of the show. Hey, welcome back to Board Game, the game show. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, we're in our second game of the show. That is Obama Llama. Let me show you Obama Llama right here. It's a game of rhyming clues. So for this game, I'm going to set you up with a bunch of rhyming clues. You're going to be answering them for a chance to flip over pieces on the board. But before we do that, let's talk to our contestants. Ashley, how are you doing? Where are you joining us from?
I am good. I'm in my basement in Baltimore.
Very nice. Once again, another Baltimore player. It's good because I'm talking to them on screen, so it's not a big deal. Ashley, what is your favorite game? Could be a game show, could be a board game.
Well, right now, Animal Crossing, but
amen.
In general, Ticket to Ride has got to be my favorite game.
Nice. I'm a big fan of it. I know right now we're taping this during the lockdown.
Yes.
And they've actually made a version. They've made like a quarantine version of Ticket to Ride that's printable.
Have they?
Yes, they have. Take a look. Look for it online. You'll see it.
I will have to check it out. I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's super cool. I haven't checked it out myself, but I'm sure all of you out there, by the time this comes out, who knows, it may or may not be a thing. We'll find out when we get there. Also introducing your opponent for today, Star.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
You know, not bad other than some technical failings. It hasn't been bad. And here's what I hope. I hope the technical failings are endearing.
They are. They make
So, Star, where are you joining us from?
Columbia, Maryland.
Beautiful Columbia, Maryland. We're bringing everybody Maryland in the house. That's what you get with episode 0. You get people I know. You get no sponsors and people I actually know. So, Star, what's your favorite game?
My current favorite game is a 5-minute dungeon.
Nice. I like 5-Minute Marvel, which is 5-Minute Dungeon, but you're Iron Man. It's the same deal.
True.
But a lot of fun, cool little co-op. Very, very cool. But that's not the game we're here to talk about. We talked about it right before we started. We're going to talk about it again. We're talking about Obama Llama. So what's going to happen in Obama Llama is at the very end, first I'm going to ask you some questions that are rhyming clues, and I'll cover one of those in a second. That's going to give you start with 3 opportunities to take a look at our memory board and try to make pairs. For each one of these, you can ring in faster and give me the right answer. I'm going to give you an extra flip on your turn. So that means we're going to get 3 questions. You have a maximum of 6 possible flips when we make it to the final game. Let me go over to the arena where the game is set up to show you. In just a moment, there's going to be a board set up of question marks. There are 18 question marks and there are 9 matching pairs. While those are getting set up, I'm going to read you 3 clues. Ring in the fastest. If you ring in and you give me the right answer, you're going to get 1 extra flip, okay? If you come out of the round with the most flips, you're going to go first. If you come out of the round with the least number of flips, you're going to go second. Okay, so the whole first player is going to take their turn, and then the whole second player is going to take their turn. I'm going to give you 1 as a practice so you know kind of what we're doing here. Here would be your question. Remember, it has to rhyme. The large yellow feathered animal from Sesame Street is a bit geeky. The large yellow feathered animal from Sesame Street is a bit geeky.
Big Bird nerd?
Yeah, Big Bird is a nerd. If you can give me the connecting words, good. But if you don't, we're going to be okay with that. Make sense?
Yes. Is the buzzer supposed to be working? Because it wasn't working.
The buzzer, in all good theory, should be working right now.
Okay. Now it's on. It wasn't on. Okay.
The buzzers are armed. The buzzers are working. And it's now time for our 3-question showdown. Here is our first question. Ladies, hands on buzzers.
Okay.
Star of The Fugitive and Men in Black is throwing rocks across the surface of a lake. Once again, Star of The Fugitive and Men in Black is throwing rocks across the surface of a lake. 3. Okay, Ashley?
Tommy Lee Jones is a stone skipper.
Tommy Lee Jones skip stones
Oh.
is what we're looking for. But you know what? I'll give it to you. I think that's good enough. Let's give Ashley 1 point. I'm going to jump over to the arena and show you how the scores are going. It is Ashley 4, Star 3. Star, remember, you are going to get 3 turns no matter what, but you have 2 more chances to earn an extra flip. Here's your second question. Let me reset. Let me rearm the buzzers. Arrogant American Idol judge from the United Kingdom is requesting a certain type of letter on Wheel of Fortune. Once again, we have Ashley in.
Simon Cowell wants to buy a vowel.
Simon Cowell does want to buy a vowel. Give her the point. Ashley, you now have 5 flips on the board. You are going to be going first, Star. You have a chance to make sure you have 4 flips on your turn. Let's rearm the buzzers. Here is your final clue. $1 Million Baby and driving Miss Daisy actor on a boat with a bunch of sailors. Once again, $1 Million Baby and driving Miss Daisy actor on a boat with a bunch of sailors. Ashley's in.
Morgan Freeman is a seaman.
Morgan Freeman is surrounded by seamen. Yes, that is exactly the clue. That means, Ashley, you got all 6 of them. So let's jump over to the arena. Ashley with 6, Star with 3. Ashley, you're going to be the first person to take a turn. As you can see, we have a grid, A, B, and C, and 1 through 6. You're going to pick 2 cards. You're going to flip them over. If you get a match, that's your point. As soon as someone has 5 matches, they win the game. Ashley, since you won all of the clues at the beginning, you're going to get 6 flips. It then will be Star's turn to get as many as she can. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Ashley, what are your first 2 cards you'd like to flip? That is Billy the Kid.
B1.
B1. That is a giant squid. I believe that gives you 4 points. Star, it is your turn. You can take 3 off the board right now and make a contest out of this. What are your 3 picks?
A1.
A1.
And A6.
And A6. Lemon Squeezer, Julius Caesar. You got a point on the board. Here's your second turn.
C5.
C5. A box of wigs.
B4.
B4. 3 little pigs. You've got 2 points on the board. Here is your final pick of the round.
B3.
B3. That is a baked bean.
I don't know. I don't know which one that rhymes with. I'm going to go with C1.
C1. A baked bean and Al Capone. That's not how you do it. Ashley, you just need 1 on your turn, and you have 6 guesses. I feel like this game's yours, but we've got to go through the motions because this is a game show. Ashley, what are we doing?
B5.
B5. That is the Tooth Fairy.
B2.
B2. That is the Queen. You've got 5 more chances left.
B2.
B2.
And B3.
And B3, it's the Queen and a baked bean. We have a winner. Ashley, you're making it to the end of the show.
Right.
There we go. That is the celebration. You will be making it to the winner's circle at the end of the show. And we'll be back in a moment with our 3rd game of the show. And that will be Oddly Obvious. And welcome back, guys, gals, non-binary pals. We are headed back for game 3 of Board Game the Game Show, and that's going to be Oddly Obvious. But before we get in the game, let's talk to our competitors. We have one Mr. Bill Corey Jr. Bill, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
You know, not bad. Some
bad.
technical issues here in episode 0, but we've managed to keep the wings on the plane, so I take it as a win.
Nothing's caught fire yet that I've seen, so as far as I'm concerned, we're all good.
We still have the winner's circle to go.
You bet.
So,
That's a
Bill,
good point.
Bill, what's your favorite game?
My favorite game is Board Game the Game Show because I am not above trying to weasel my way into the hearts and minds of social media in general.
You know what? I love a beautiful pander. And I'll remind you, hey, are you out there? Do you want to be on the show? Do you want to sponsor the show? Do you think there's a game for the show? Why don't you reach out to me at boardgamethegameshow@gmail.com? Let's talk about it. Bill, thank you so much for giving me that segue. I like a good segue
Thank you.
every now and again. But between you and possibly seeing if the wings fall off by the winner's circle, you need to face Ken. Ken, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Bruce?
You know, once again, the thing's held together. Where are you coming to us from, Ken?
Near Cleveland, Ohio.
Beautiful. I feel the same way. I'm near Baltimore, Maryland. I get it. What's your favorite game, Ken?
Best game I played recently, because I do have like
close.
2,700 upstairs.
Okay.
I played In Too Deep, which is coming out from Burnt Island Games.
Well, there you go.
It's
Tell
quite
Is
me
it
a
based
little
on
bit
the
about it, Ken.
Genesis song?
What'd you say, Bill?
Is it based on the Genesis song? I want
No,
that
nor is it
feature.
based on the Sum 41 song.
Ah,
It's futuristic. It gameplay wise, it's a little drafting, a little worker placement, a little hidden goal.
Nice.
Got it.
But basically, society is falling apart, and you are a cop trying to rein in the criminals who have upped their
Cool.
game by using technology, but you can jack into them and control them and move them around the city.
Very good. Well, we're about to play a game that's a little bit of buzzing and a little bit of word search. We're about to play Oddly Obvious. Here's how Oddly Obvious works. We're going to put a perfectly reasonable stack of words in front of you, and they're going to be in front of you the whole time. And then I'm going to read to you some, I would say, riddle-like questions. You're going to ring in. The fastest one to ring in, if you can give me the right word, is going to get the point. There are 5 questions per card. Best 3 out of 5 wins the card. We're going to play the best 3 out of 5 cards. Okay, make sense, gentlemen?
sounds good.
I'm going to do one test question with you. Let's go over to the arena with Rocky. There's our first card. So I'm going to give you a clue. Feel free. You don't need to ring in, but I just want you to get used to the way the game works. Here is the question. A gate is often attached. A gate is often attached. So the answer to the question's right in front of you. Oddly obvious. So what is it, Ken?
It is Scandal.
It is Scandal. Ken would get the point on that one. Remember, you're going to be ringing in. If you ring in first and you get it right, you're going to get the point. If not, the other person's going to get a chance to answer. If both of you miss it, I don't know that I have a backup plan for no one figuring it out. And you know why? Because the answers are in front of you.
Yeah.
Same card. Here we go. Here's your first clue. Hands on buzzers. Cheap aroma. Cheap aroma. We have Bill in.
Scent.
Scent is correct. The first point goes to Bill. Let's reset the buzzers. Let's rearm the buzzers and get ready. Second clue. Eyes being bigger than stomachs. Eyes being bigger.
Should it be the old card or the new card?
It should be the old card.
Okay.
There we go. Eyes being bigger than stomachs.
I think I buzzed in.
Yeah,
I do
we
believe
both.
you buzzed in. Yes, Ken.
Appetite.
Appetite is correct. It's 1 point apiece. Remember, the first to 3 points is going to win the card. First to 3 cards goes to the winner's circle at the end. Everything's locked in. Buzzer is rearmed. For 4 quarters, you may watch. For 4 quarters, you may watch. We've got Bill in.
Glove.
Glove is incorrect. Ken, you have a shot at the board. 4 quarters, and you may watch. Do you have an answer, Ken?
The only thing,
3.
quarrel, I think.
Okay, quarrel could be a guess, but the answer's moon. The answer on that is moon. Still locked up at 1 apiece.
That's terrible.
Thank goodness I have more than 5 clues. Here's your next one. Playing both ends against the middle. Playing both ends against the middle. Bill.
Accordion.
Accordion is correct. Bill leads 2-1. I'm going to do this thing. You can't tell what's going on, but I'm going to just hang that up there so I can see when you ring in. Here we go. Bill's up 2-1. Bill, if you get the next one, you've got 1 card and you're that much closer to the winner's circle. Where soldiers keep their arms. Where soldiers keep, yes, Ken.
Their sleeves.
They sure do keep them in their sleeves or locked up at 2 apiece. This is the one. This will determine the winner of the first card. Gentlemen, hands on buzzers. Here we go. Your personal safe place. Your personal safe place. Ken.
The bank.
The bank is correct. Ken wins the first card. Don't worry, Bill. We got a lot more play left to see who heads into the winner's circle. Let's switch up and put the next card in the game. Take a look, gentlemen. Let me also switch on my device. Here we go. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Pants for treats. Pants for treats. Bill.
Dog.
Yes, dog is correct. 1 point to Bill. 3 points wins the game. Let me rearm the buzzers. And here we go. A pen with oink. A pen with oink. Bill.
Sty.
Sty is correct. Bill's up 2-0. Bill, you're one away from let's just get the whole thing locked up.
That's right.
Your next clue, a sign of summer. A sign of summer. Ken.
Leo.
Leo is correct. It is a zodiac sign of summer. I'm born under Leo. It's in July. Here we go. Buttheads. Buttheads. Bill.
Rams.
Rams is correct, and Bill gets the card. And remind me, Rocky, because you're looking at them, are we locked up at 1 card apiece? That's what I thought. Remember, 3 cards get you to the end. Here we
Bruce,
go.
Did you reset the buzzers for that one? Because I sat on gray the whole time.
I certainly thought I had.
That's fine.
I need the help, Ken.
I believe they are now. If nothing else, let me get my next one ready. Buzzers are, in fact, armed. Headquarters for hindquarters. Headquarters for hindquarters. Ken.
A chair.
A chair is correct. Give Ken the point. Ken's up 1-0, Bill. Buzzers are rearmed. Close to the heart. Close to the heart. Ken.
Aorta.
Aorta is correct. Ken with 2 in. Let's rearm those buzzers. Ken, you're 1 point away from getting a 1-card lead. Drops when hot. Drops when hot. Ken.
Sweat.
Sweat is correct. Ken gets the card. Ken's up 2 cards to 1. Ken, you are 1 card away from making it to the winner's circle at the end of the show. Bill, there's still a lot of play left. There's still a lot of play left. We have a new card out there. Let me switch everything so I'm ready. Are you ready, gentlemen? Hands on buzzers. Here we go. Adams, Crabs, and Records. Adams, Crabs, and Records. Bill.
What is Apple? Sorry.
Interesting thing. This is not
No.
Jeopardy, so you can just give me the answer, but it is in fact correct. Apple is in fact correct. I'm going to pretend like you weren't stalling for time.
I was not much.
That was Bill. Bill got that point. Sorry, Rocky's keeping the score. We need to make sure that Rocky knows who has the points. Here we go. Buzzers armed. Rear projector. Rear projector.
I can't ring in, but
the buzzer was set. Here's what I'm willing to do. I'll reset the buzzer. Is the buzzer reset for you, Ken?
yep.
Okay. That one was butt. That one was butt.
Yep.
Next clue.
No, hang on, because I buzzed in.
Aw shucks. Ken.
That would be corny.
That would in fact be corny. I believe we are at 1 apiece.
Yes.
Buzzer is in fact rearmed. It's nothing. It's nothing. Bill.
Hole.
Hole is correct. Bill is up, I believe, 2-1 if I'm keeping the score right. Am I, Rock? Yeah, sure. Very good. I'm good for something here. Next clue, stand to lose. Stand to lose. Ken.
That would be lap.
That would in fact be lap. I believe, is that deuces?
That is
That is
deuces.
deuces. This one's for the card. Ken, if you get this, you're going to the winner's circle. Bill, if you get this, we go to 1 more card. You may remember Michael Jordan loved it like this. He loved to make it so that we went to a full count, and then he won it in the full count, Bill. Be the Michael Jordan of Oddly Obvious.
Here I go.
A kangaroo's 4th birthday. A kangaroo's 4th. Bill.
Leap year.
Leap year is correct. Bill gets the card, and we're headed back to Chicago.
Don't call me Mike.
This card is going to determine the game. Next card is up on the board. I'll make a note, Rocky. It looks like part of the card is out of the frame. There we go.
There we go.
There's the whole card for you. Here we go. Final card. At the end of the line. At the end of the line. Ken.
Hook.
Hook is correct. Ken, you're 2 points away from making it to the winner's circle and what would normally be fabulous prizes, but this time will be nothing. Here we go. 2 people wanting one last word. 2 people. Ken.
Argument.
Argument is correct. You are 1 point away. Bill, in your head, this is the point where the 9th inning movie that plays, that needs to be playing right now.
Yeah, Major
Here you
League,
go.
Tom Berenger. I'm aiming at
The training montage now.
Here we go. Yep.
Get ready, get limber, get prepared, and
Never
get
been
hands on
ready.
buzzers. It's worn by the foot. It's worn by the foot. Ken.
I just saw it. Oh my God.
3. Carpet is correct. Ken gets that one.
I'm looking all over the card.
That is the end of the game. Ken, fantastic work. Bill, thank you so much for joining us here on Board Game the Game Show.
Yay! Thanks for doing this. This is awesome.
No problem. Thank you so much. We're about to head into the final game of the show. We'll be back in just a moment. Good work, Ken. We will bring back our 3 folks for the final game. We'll be back right after this word from our sponsors, which we have none of. But if you'd like to be a sponsor, come find us on Twitter at BG The Game Show or contact us directly at boardgamethegameshow@gmail.com. So let's take a look. Let's bring our 3 folks back. We'll keep Ken in the room.
Bye, Bill.
Bye, Bill. Thank you so much. Who are my winners from the original games? It was Jared and Ashley. Let's bring Ashley back. Let's bring Jared back.
Hey.
Let's set everything up here, folks. Hey, everybody. We're about to head into the final game of the show. I'll make sure if you have your buzzers, make sure they're prepared. But I don't do the final game of the show, so let me set the screen up. There we go. Those are our scoreboards that I'll be marking. At this time, I would like to bring our DJ up to the front. I'd like to bring Rocky. If you're watching this, feel free to clap. She can hear you.
Yay!
Hello. Oh, I feel very short. Hello, fellow humans. How are you?
Hello.
Hey, Rocky.
I hope you're excited. This is very exciting for me. So we are going to play a game called Earworm. Ooh. So you know those songs that just stay in your head forever and ever and ever and ever? Good. They should be there now because I have to try and get you to guess some of those songs.
Okay.
Except I'm not allowed to use any words. So there's
Okay.
only one way I know how to communicate a song without using words. I'm going to meow at you for a while.
Okay.
Ring in fast so you don't have to listen to it very long. 3 points wins the game, says Bruce from over there. All right. You guys get it? Good?
Sure.
You ready?
I understand.
Okay.
Different thing.
Fair. That's fair. All right. I hope I'm ready. Oh. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Ashley?
Shake It Off by Taylor Swift.
Yes, it is. Point for Ashley. Yeah. All right.
Do I have to give you the artist too, or can we just tell you the
I
song?
hope not.
Okay, good.
All right. Meow, 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 meow. Ashley.
American Pie.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Oh, she's running away with it.
Yep.
All right. Maybe one more. Maybe more. Let's see how quick Ashley is. Meow, 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 meow. Ken?
I'm just a teenage dirtbag.
Yes, it is. Thanks for stopping that quickly. All right. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Nobody? Meow, 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 meow. Jared?
that's the theme for Star Wars.
Yes, obviously. All right. Anybody else want to try? Anybody else
No.
want to ring in?
I just wanted to buzz in.
The theme
All right,
from Star Trek.
Zero pass
just
on
to
that
fight
one.
him.
That was "Build Me a Buttercup."
Oh.
All right. Trying to mix it up, get some different decades in there. Centuries, really. Ooh. All
Yeah.
right. Meow, 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 meow. Who is? I can't hear you over my own meow. Hey, Ken.
It's been 3 weeks.
You're so close.
It's that song.
How many weeks was it? How many weeks was it?
3 weeks.
All right. Jared.
It's been 1 week.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm the Weird
How
Al.
many weeks was it? All right. Let's see. All right, looks like Jared has one, Ken has one, Ashley has two. Don't worry, I have a lot of these songs. Oh. Meow 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 meow. Jared?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, newer. And all right. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
Yeah, I recognize it, but
meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. I could do this all night.
I got it right here in my head.
I think. What do you think, Bruce? Is that a pass?
Wait, I got it.
Ashley?
Is it "Bad Guy" by Billie Eilish?
Yes, it is. We have a winner. Woo!
It was right there in my ear. I just couldn't.
Who's eating? All right, Bruce is coming back. Here you go, sir.
Very good. Hey, Ashley, congratulations. If we gave away prizes, you would win one right now. But we're not giving away one on this show. So, hey, you did a real good job.
Thank you.
So, hey, everybody, once again, thank you so much for joining us both here and out there in YouTube world on Board Game, the Game Show. We'll be back next time. Thank you so much, and stay safe.